Hello, so I just wanted to do this video. It has officially been 6 years on my celibacy journey. So I wanted to talk about my journey, and I also wanted to give some advice and some insights to some women, because I do get a lot of women that ask me about being celibate, and I get women who are telling me like, Milan, I'm thinking about going celibate too. Why I made the decision to go celibate and what it meant to me to be celibate and why I have continued this journey for 6 years now. First, I just want to take it back. So 6 years ago, I had sex in December. I remember leaving the guy's house that I was dating and arguing. I left his house angry after sex. I was upset at myself because I just had sex with him and now I'm leaving his house angry. I was going through a period in my life where I wanted to transform. I wanted to change. I wanted to take myself seriously too, but I wanted to be taken more seriously with men. Like, I'm a whole wife out here. Like, the guy that I was dating at the time, initially I thought understood that as far as seeing me for my true value. But once we started being more sexual with each other, I realized the more sexual I was with him, the less I was getting recognized for my worth, and the more he was getting comfortable with the disrespect. And even if he wasn't disrespecting me directly, indirect disrespect is still disrespect. And I'm not here for none of that. And so that kept happening, where I would have sex and then leave feeling disrespected or bad. I would just feel bad. 6 years ago, last time I had sex, where it was like, hop on top, I want to ride, like that type of sex. January, I'm getting ready to go to basic training. With that in my mind, I'm thinking now is a great time for me to really change my life and just be a completely different person, because I'm about to go into service and I am going to change. I'm not going to be the same Milan that I was. So this would be a good time to put my pussy on lockdown. I put my pussy on lockdown because I said, listen, I need to focus right now. My pussy is getting put on lockdown because I don't need no man trying to distract me while I'm focusing on this. When I actually got to basic training and I learned a lot of things about life and myself, I definitely knew that I was making the right decision. You guys know that story. You could see my other video where I talk about all that stuff. So anyway, so I got baptized, I changed my life around. I came home, almost had sex again, didn't have sex again, blah, 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 blah. Fast forward to now. Recently, I was thinking of being intimate again. Once I reached my 5-year commitment, I decided that I would be open to being with a man. Not sex, just being romantically involved with somebody. The whole 6 years, I have been single. But I would be lying if I said that I didn't develop emotional feelings for people during this time. I haven't dated since last year, but last year when I dated, I met this guy and I really felt like this guy is my husband. When I decided to be celibate, it was because I felt like in my mind, I keep having sex with these men and it's meaningless. I kept having meaningless sex, and meaningless sex is draining to your spirit if you're a very energetic person, and I'm a very energetic person. So I would feel my spirit getting drained because I'm like, this isn't the person that I need to be connecting with sexually. So when it came down to actually being with someone, I'm like, I need to make sure I'm with someone that is gonna make me feel meaningful. A husband, a marriage, a commitment. That's meaningful. It means something to me. When I was having sex, I would have sex for no reason. I would have sex because I can. I would have sex because I would want to get control over a man's mind. I would be thinking like, okay, I'm about to go have sex with him, so XYZ. You know what I mean? Like manipulation type sex. Like, I used to be on all that toxic stuff. But everyone can change their life around. Like, don't think like, oh, I used to be toxic, I can't be healthy, happy, and healed. Yes, you can. I stopped telling men that I don't have sex and that I'm celibate because it is a instant doubt that goes into their mind, because men are sexual creatures in that way where they connect with a woman sexually. So when I say I used to have meaningless sex, I would have sex with a guy only because I knew that it would mean something to him, but it didn't mean anything to me because I didn't really care of him in that way for it to mean something to me. I would feel inadequate in my relationship. Like, I don't feel enough. Let me have sex. Like, no, that's not good. If you're dating a man that's good for you, he's not gonna make you feel like that either. So that's how you know that that's not somebody you're supposed to be with. Back to old dude. So he didn't know I was celibate. He kept trying to have sex with me. I wanted to have sex with him, I'm not gonna lie. I did. I thought he was like husband material. When I decided to be celibate, I started looking at men and being like, is he husband material? Like, I really, really had to distinguish who I could see being my husband, because I had to think of them in that way. If I was to have sex with them, they would have to be worthy enough to be my husband. That's what I'm thinking. Like, I'm not gonna have sex with a man that I'm not gonna marry, or I'm not gonna have sex with a man that I wouldn't want to marry. I started looking at men in the eyes of a potential wife. I know I'm gonna be somebody's wife. Is this my husband? Guys that I was interested, I'm looking at them like, oh, I think that might be my husband. And I was getting emotionally invested without sex in men just off of that thought. He might be the one. And mind you, I'm not having sex meaninglessly. So that's why my mind is getting excited of the thought of being with someone and it actually meaning something. But unfortunately, it didn't work out was because he did not want to wait for me to have sex with him. He wanted to have sex with me immediately. I didn't want to have sex with him immediately because it did not feel right in my spirit. My body naturally shut off. If my body naturally shuts off, there's nothing I can do about that. Right there in that moment, I would have loved to bust it wide open and tell him bring it back, but I just can't go against my body's natural urges. And if my body is naturally shutting down, then we can't continue sex. So that's what happened. He's not the one. Nope. Mind you, this already has happened before. If you've watched my previous celibacy videos, you would know that I've had my body do that, to where the last guy I had sex with, I tried to have sex with him again, my body shut down. And then ever since then, I just stopped having sex and I started looking for my husband. I want to speak on this. I fell really, really, really deep for this guy. And I did not have sex with him. Like, we did nothing. And I was like so emotionally invested into this person, all off of a potential. So I wanted to say that because, ladies, in the midst of your celibacy journey, whatever it is that you're doing for you, do not fall for somebody's potential. Fall for the person for who they are. Because I made the silly mistake of seeing a man and seeing the potential he had in himself and seeing who I knew he could be. And guess what? He is not like that. That's not who that man is to this day. So that was very hard for me to get over. He should be like this. No. At the end of the day, you can't fall for somebody's potential. You gotta fall for the person for who they truly are. And I had to learn that. You're gonna get the opportunity to take sex out of what you see in a man. A lot of these women, when they talk about what they love in a man, it's the dick. I just can't leave the dick alone. Girl, leave the dick alone. It's not that deep. It may be that deep inside you, but sis, it's not that deep for real. And if anything, you're damaging yourself. Another thing women say is, oh, I keep going back to my ex because I don't want to add a new body. You're better off allowing a new energy to come in than to continue letting that bad energy back into you, okay? But that's just what I got to say for the women who keep going back. You keep going back to your ex because you think that it's better because you already were sexually involved with him. Sis, no. You only playing yourself, all right? I've made that silly mistake where I thought, oh, let me go have sex with the last person I had sex with because I don't want to have sex with the new guy because I don't want the new guy to think he just got it like that. And that is stupid as hell. I had sex with the last guy I had sex with. The way he disrespected me was crazy. Why did he feel like he could disrespect me? Because I went back. Why did I go back in the first place? That's my stupid fault. You went back to somebody that did you wrong over his dick? That's why he disrespected you again. And I'm not trying to come at anybody. I'm speaking from experience because guess what? It happened to me too. And I knew that I deserved better. I knew that I was a queen. And I said, no, I ain't gonna have this man ever play me again. My next video, I will explain that story into detail. I really am proud of myself for sticking it out for the last 6 years. But now I'm definitely in that mindset of I'm ready to be with my husband. It's not even about me having sex. I'm ready to be with my husband. I'm ready to be with someone and develop a emotional, intimate connection that eventually will lead to sex. But overall, I'm just excited to meet someone that I can actually be committed to, and our connection will actually be meaningful when we do decide to have sex. So that's all. I hope this video helped anybody or gave anybody some advice or motivation to get their celibacy journey going. My name is Mala Malatier, and subscribe to my channel. That is all for now. I will see y'all next video.